right, on that video, we're going to talk about yet another option on the menu from the Brailliant, the Humanware Brailliant BL40X, and this time we're going to talk about the user guide. When you receive the Brailliant by mail, you'll receive all the instruments you need, and then there is a booklet that is printed with the user guide. It's not accessibility friendly, it's not large print. There is also no audio version of the user guide, so you're pretty much stuck with either someone who's going to train you to use the Brailler, which means that you'll have to pay extra for that, or you can use the user guide that is identical to the printed version that you receive by mail, but is in Braille and is part of the Brailliant software that you can access through the refreshable Braille display. So how to access the user guide? As usual, I described on a previous video, you know that user guide is one of the apps or option or part of the menu that come preloaded within the instrument. So you have to access the user guide by pressing U. User guide. Then you got user guide. Then you can press enter. Loading the printed version or the Braille version of the user guide. And then it will tell you the user guide, the name of the document that you are reading, and then you can start with your finger, pretty much figuring out what's happening or what chapter or what area you are within the book. The problem with the Braille version of the user guide is that it does not do very well with shortcuts, and it's very confusing when the Humanware is trying to explain to you how to go from one point to another using special keys. And it does not do a very good job when it's trying to transcribe a table on the printed material to a table in the Braille material, in the Braille version. When you try to do I would say when you try to read a table in Braille, it is better to have the entirety of the table in front of you so you can actually scan with your finger first and then figure out where the columns are and how the row works. So you figure out what line is what working with what. With a single line of Braille, it's much more difficult to figure out if you are looking at a table or a sentence. So it's not great, but there is a little hack here that can help you read line by line, and this is by pressing the space button the further away to your right, or the right space button. Every time you press the space button, the line of the user guide is going to move to the next line and it's going to read it for you if you have, of course, the voice assistant activated. So let's try once.
After a few seconds, the startup is complete and terminal appears on the. If, however, you turn on start and terminal, the Brailliant will prompt USB. To power off, press and hold the power button for approximately 2 seconds.
So this could be helpful if you need to go back to the user guide and try to remember things that you forgot or things like that. But it's still not ideal. The best way is probably to get yourself trained and keep using the Brailler almost every day, at least a few minutes or 30 minutes or maybe an hour every day until you memorize all the shortcut and everything that you're going to use on a regular basis. The user guide, I had a chance to read it when I received it. I do have a magnifier that will help me read it for me. It is very complete, but it gives me a lot of shortcuts that I will probably never use, a lot of hotkeys that I will never use. So it's a little bit overkill. You're not missing much. But again, you still have the choice to learn a little bit additional tricks if the person that is going to train you to use a Brailliant is not going to go through each and every option about how to use the Brailliant. That's it for the user guide. Again, you want to get out of the user guide. The best way to go is to press the home button. You go back to terminal, and then you can continue to whatever app you're interested in. That's it for now. If you like that video, you can press some thumbs up on our homepage, and you can also subscribe to our homepage and be receive notifications when the next video is out. That's it for now. Have a good day.